Hello, I'm Janine Perrott. Welcome to a new year of the Small Business Show. And it's good to be back for what's promising to be a very good year for small business. According to surveys last week, employer optimism is at a 4-year high, and the strong economic finish to last year has continued into '99. Today we'll look at what you can expect in the year ahead. Another carryover from '98 has been the political brawl over the unfair dismissal laws, and we'll bring you the latest on that from Canberra. We'll also try to help you make some money by using your customers to sell them more.
If you say, if we were to mix a dozen, what wines would you like? They can't say no.
And we'll meet the creative businessman who made a cartoon kangaroo an international celebrity.
Adding to their 80 or so international awards, Yoram and Sandra have also won acclaim from the business community by scoring a first prize in last year's National Australia Bank Ethnic Business Awards.
First up though, what are the issues small business has to face in '99?
30 years ago, Polish filmmaker Yoram Gross arrived in Australia determined to make a name for himself in our fledgling film industry. But he never dreamt that he would end up establishing Australia's most successful animation studio.
People ask me, how are you going, Yoram? Instead of telling them, I'm pushing forward, I say usually, I'm pushed forward.
But we found Yoram Gross, who's now settled here after living for some years in Israel.
Yoram's push to success started with the pop music show Bandstand.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
As the resident film director, he made some of Australia's earliest music clips for up-and-coming stars like John Farnham. But it wasn't long before Yoram decided to switch from hit tunes to cartoons and specialise in making children's animated films. Together with his wife Sandra, he founded Yoram Gross Studios, which today is a multi-million-dollar enterprise employing 70 and exporting its products to over 80 countries.
We took what was so obvious to us to be the treasure of Australia, and that is the Australian flora and fauna. For us to pick Dot and the kangaroo and Blinky Bill and Skippy was an obvious choice. But how come nobody else did it before us or during those years of films that were developed in Australia? And that is possibly because we were outsiders.
And in an industry where success is measured by the number of awards you've won, the studio is leading the market by leaps and bounds. Adding to their 80 or so international awards, Yoram and Sandra have also won acclaim from the business community by scoring a first prize in last year's National Australia Bank Ethnic Business Awards.
Now Cinderella has turned into Snow White, and there'll be a wedding today.
But theirs is far from being a fairy tale success story. 20 years ago, when they released their first big hit, Dot and the Kangaroo, it could only generate a flicker of interest from local cinemas and seemed to be doomed at the box office.
And then we came to a conclusion that if the children are not coming to cinema, we go with our films to the children.
We had 30 projectionists throughout Australia. In their car, there was our prints of our films, and they screened at schools. And suddenly, kids had the opportunity to see Australian films.
We jumped through the bush and bounced up to the sky.
And with that, they leapt into the film distribution business, eventually screening not only their own films in schools, but also many other Australian children's films.
I'm Blinky Bill. My whole life's a thrill. I do exactly what I want. I'm Blinky Bill.
In recent years, the studio added another arm to the business when Yoram and Sandra launched one of Australia's most successful ever merchandising campaigns, bringing millions of dollars into the country.
Today, if you ask in Germany any child what is Blinky Bill, every child knows what's Blinky Bill. The Australian ambassador in Germany, when I was talking to him, he said that he's really jealous that the Blinky Bill is a better representative of Australia than himself. Everyone knows Blinky Bill, not everyone knows him.
Yoram has seen many changes to his business, not least being the advent of the computer age, which has revolutionised the processes of animation. But the most recent development is the studio's partnering with the film distribution giant Village Roadshow.
They don't interfere in the day-to-day operation, so on the floor we don't feel any changes, but it just gives us a stronger presence in the market, in the international arena, where the most important activity lies.
Three little pigs went to a wood. They kind of like the neighborhood.
Yoram continues to bring new characters to life, and they, in turn, continue to breathe life into the business. His latest, an animated version of Flipper, set to make a splash on the world's television screens very soon. And Yoram's tip for success?
First of all, you have to love what you are doing. If you love what you are doing, you have a pleasure of doing this. Now, if you are earning money, it is even better.
When you're dancing ballet, what do you say? Grivet, grivet, grivet.
John Hanrahan reporting. For information about that and all our stories, log on to our website at smallbusiness.9msn.com.au, or we'll send you a fact sheet if you dial 190 224 1138 from your fax machine handset and follow the voice prompts, or write to us at PO Box 27 Willoughby, New South Wales 2068, and a fact sheet will be mailed to you. Next week, what small business must know about the GST and how to plan a schedule to help you keep up. Also, how one company is turning an $18 million turnover into $70 million by using the internet. And if you'd like to click onto our website, you'll find staff training consultant Chris Whitnell is in our chat room. We'll see you next week. Coming up now, Business Sunday.